Moving onward, we have a new tale. A tale may prove just as shocking, if not even more so, than the previous. We have a tale from an anonymous writer, known only as Standard Procedure. Prepare yourself to descend into the darkest depths of horror and fear as we enter this new realm of horror. Routine. 11/12/1999. Today was as uneventful as yesterday, as the day before that, and so on and so forth. I don't see any reason for me to still keep coming here just to tell you the same things over and over, which you already have the answers for. I understand, John. Regardless, would you mind telling me the day you were born? Oh yeah, I'm sure you do. Also, you forgot my name is Ted, if you were wondering anyways. Sure you don't need someone to talk to? A bit overworked, perhaps? Let's try to focus, Ted. Would you mind telling me the day you were born? Not so fun with the shoes on the other foot, huh? Sure. January the 18th, 1982. Thank you, Ted. Now, what is the name of your mother and father? Joanna Stevens. And you know I never knew my father, so can you please just ask for the name of my mother next time? Don't see the point either way, but always thought therapy was supposed to help with traumatic things, not make it worse. But then again, what do I know, right? It's just standard procedure, Ted. We've been through this. But I understand, and we'll try to only ask for the name of your mother next time. Now, has anything happened that would have bothered you this month? Nothing really. I suppose there was this one incident that got on my nerves at a local bakery that I usually visit, but it wasn't anything really noteworthy. Would you mind explaining the incident to me, Ted? Well, once I had ordered what I usually get, I sat down at the table I most often sit at and started to stare out towards... What do you usually order, Ted? Mind letting me finish my sentence at least? My apologies, Ted. Please, do go on, explain. Well, I ordered a black coffee and a bagel, if you have to know. Anyways, once I sat down in my usual spot by the window, I started to stare out towards the street, where I saw a large man walking by. At first it didn't bother me, just another fat guy in a sea of... Wait, haven't I told you this already? That was last month, Ted. Please, go on. Right. Well, I stared at him for a little while as he walked by. It felt like he was moving so slowly that I had time to notice every little detail about how he looked. From his large biceps that suddenly turned towards a normal size, the hair that stood up in some strange cut he's probably had since middle school, the way he walked so timidly that if I didn't know any better, I'd assume he was somehow trying to hide amongst the crowd, no matter how unlikely a task that might be. Why did this bother you, Ted? I didn't say that it bothered me, I said that it interested me. It was just strange to see. Like he wasn't supposed to be there, despite the fact he fit in so perfectly. Made me almost happy to see in a strange way. I understand, Ted. You stated earlier there was an incident that upset you. Would you mind telling me about that? I just told you there wasn't. Just that strange halfway interaction that stuck with me. Well, Ted, if you don't have anything else you'd like to discuss today, how about we call it a day there and we'll meet again? Nothing else. When's the next time? Let me check. Looks like I have a time a little over a month from now. Does the 22nd of March work? Same time as always, of course. 12/2/1999. I understand, Ted. Regardless, would you mind telling me the day you were born? Good job. Got my name right this time. I did. Well, I'm glad, but can you please answer the question? Yes, mein Führer. I was born on January the 19th, 1982. Thank you, Ted. Now, what is the name of your mother and father? Mother's name is Joanna Stevens, father's name is Carl Stevens. Seems like a strange thing to bring them up every time, but hell, what do I know, right? Not a big shot psychiatrist like you. It's just standard procedure. Has anything happened that would have bothered you this month? Not much new on my front. That guy bothered the hell out of me at a cafe I tend to go to, but I wouldn't say it's something worth discussing, though. Would you please tell me about it, Ted? Yeah, sure. So, I was sitting at the table where I usually sit in. Where do you usually sit, Ted? Mind letting me finish first? No, of course. You're right. Please, do go on. Well, like I said, I was sitting in my usual spot near the wall. But for some reason, this time I felt a deep desire to stare out the window on the other side of the room where I saw this man walking by. At first, he didn't strike me as special, just some large man. But for some reason, today as I looked at him, I couldn't help but notice how his arm... Wait, haven't I told you this already? That was last month, Ted. Please, do go on. Right. Well, anyhow, I started to look at him. I couldn't help but to look at his arm.